Getting a new Vikings stadium would initially cost a lot, but in the long run, it would benefit the state. The Vikings are one of the main attractions in Minnesota, and soon enough, the benefits would override the cost to building the new stadium.
Starting in 1961, the Vikings have been Minnesota's only professional football team. Throughout the past 48 years, they have produced 14 Hall of Famers, 17 divisional championships, 8 conference championships appearances, and 4 Super Bowl appearances. From 1961 to 1981, the Vikings shared the Metropolitan Stadium with the Minnesota Twins. As the years went on, the Met became outdated, and the 50,000 person capacity soon became too small to accommodate the growing fan base. In 1982, the Vikings and the Twins, along with the Golden Gophers, moved into the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. This new stadium became a common community ground for different sports and various events. In 2008, the Gophers moved out of the dome, and the new home became TCF Bank. Shortly after, Target Field was created for the Twins. This leaves just the Vikings playing in the Metrodome. The dome, like the Met, is slowly becoming outdated. It was built in the late 70s, meaning that the Vikings have played there for almost 30 years. To add to the similarities, the capacity of the Metrodome isn't suitable for the growing fan base. According to the attendance records, in 1995, the Vikings averaged 56,000 fans in attendance out of the 64,000 seats. This means that 88% of the capacity the stadium can hold. Starting in 1998, the Vikings have averaged 99 to 100% capacity at each of their games every year since. This means 64,000 are in attendance every game. The NFL average attendance around 68,000. A new stadium would increase the number of seats and in turn raise the yearly revenue. If we weren't to get a new stadium, the Vikings are almost a surefire bet to relocate to another city to accommodate their needs. If the Vikings were to leave, this would make the Metrodome useless because no one would be playing there. This is what happened to the Metropolitan Stadium. Once all the teams left, for the next 3 years, the Met became unused, decaying, and extremely vandalized. In 1985, they had no choice to demolish it. This would leave the Metrodome to the same fate.
Although the new stadium could be expensive to taxpayers, most estimates have it between $750 and $950 million. Numerous cities throughout the U.S. have been able to combat the initial high costs by creating multiple uses for the newly constructed areas. Look to Seattle. While building a new stadium for the Seahawks in 2002, the city constructed a commuter rail line that went right to the stadium, as well as other locations throughout the city. The Twin Cities have been back and forth on building a commuter rail line for years, so building a Viking stadium would be a good impetus for the state legislature to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Ziggy Wilk, the Vikings owner, has pledged $250 million of private investment to help make the area surrounding the Viking Stadium usable for a multitude of events, ranging from fairs to concerts. Similar to the Indianapolis Colts new stadium, the Vikings new stadium will have a shopping restaurant area that is certain to bring in new jobs, as well as a massive influx of new entertainment areas. Building a new stadium here in the Twin Cities would be beneficial to all Minnesotans for the multiple uses it could bring to the area.
Dan Carey, a reporter for the Star Tribune, wrote that the new stadium project is set to create about 13,500 jobs. There will be jobs created to run, design, and build the stadium, from local businesses, and also from new attractions that would spring up around the stadium. This is a huge positive due to the current state of our economy, where there are many people without jobs or even living in the streets. According to a report by the Conventional Sports and Leisure, the stadium is expected to give back about $35 million alone on construction and collect $33 million in taxes the first year of operation and increase in numbers every year after that. These are outstanding numbers that show the extreme benefits of a new stadium in keeping the Vikings in Minnesota.